So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel again. So in this video we are going to learn about how we can create a Redis instance for production server, and in so we will use EC2. So I have already made a video in which I have used Redis integration in Express application using a local Redis setup using Docker container. So in this video we will going to learn how we can launch a Redis instance using EC2 instance. Okay, so we have two ways. Either we can use EC2 instance or we can use AWS Elastic Cache. So the both way we can create a Redis server, but the efficient and the more configurational way is creating your own instance on EC2. It is kind of AWS Elastic Cache is kind of take a full control by themselves, and you just have to do a very minimal kind of thing. But in EC2 we will do everything by our own. So let's create a launch a new instance. So I am naming it as a Redis server. Okay, so we will use Linux image for this, and I'm using my free tier eligible CPU. So for you, if you're creating it for production, so you have to create a at least T3 medium CPU with T3 medium CPU and 30 GB storage. And if you are using it for development, then you can go with any T2 micro or T3 micro. And that's all. You can give your existing keys, PAM key, or I'm just leaving it as it. Now for the security group, you can use any security group. Like if you want to bind the traffic to your production instance, then you can type your instance IP. Otherwise I'm leaving it as anywhere. And I'm just using by default 8 GB memories because I just want to show you how you can do this. You can use at least 30 GB for your production, depending on your production server and how much traffic your website is getting. And just launch instance with this thing, and here we go. Just give a key name. So we will give Redis key and launch this instance. So we will wait for some time until this instance gets fully launched, and we will continue further from there. So here we go. Our Redis server instance is ready, and you can connect it through either traditional way. So actually the things is the status check is initializing state. Let's try to launch this instance, whether we can access it or not. 1 second. Not launch, just connect with this instance. So one more thing I just want to share with you guys. Like if you are using, if you want to use multiple Redis instance like in cluster way, that you can also do. But in this video we were going to launch only one Redis instance, and which is kind of similar to creating a cluster. In multiple cluster you can create a multiple instance of Redis and connect to your production application. But this video is sufficient for that. If you have a startup or a less traffic or medium traffic kind of website, then it is sufficient for you. So if I do now we have to follow this step-by-step process. So let's do. So I will give this instruction to GitHub repo. This is written by me self. So first we have to do sudo apt update then we will install Redis server. So you can use a Redis website. Like the Redis website has already mentioned how we can install a Redis instance on machine. But the thing is, like most of the AWS instance is not comes with yum installer, so yum package installer. So that's why Redis documentation, it has mentioned that you can install this Redis server using yum package, but in this way you can easily install it using apt package manager. So I'm just using it. Now it is done. Now run the second command. give yes. Now it is running. Let's wait for some minutes. Till then I will show you how what we have to do next. So once our Redis server is installed, then we have to change some configuration in the Redis configuration file. What is that configuration? So this configuration is nothing but there is a line in the Redis configuration file which is named as required path. So what it is used for? So in this we will we can mention, one second, sorry. In this we can mention our password. By this password the Redis instance gonna connected to our Express server. And one more thing, for the security purpose we can bind your production IP with this Redis instance, so that there is no other traffic from other sources will allow to this Redis instance. Okay, so this is a two method and two way you can secure your Redis server, but we will use required password only, because we want our Redis servers to be connect to be accessed from any traffic. But for the production use you can bind this, like there is a line named bind, and you have to just pass your server IP address here, and that's all you have to do. So let's check. Yeah, it is done. Now we have to do sudo. So I will not use sudo nano, I will use sudo vim, and then etc/redis config. So we will use etc/redis config. Now see if we can locate. Okay, so it is not. So if we see sudo, one second, sudo vim etc/redis/redis.config. Let's check if we are writing it in the right way. So it is /redis/redis config, not config, it is not con. Okay, so here we go. Now we have to just find out that required path line which is comes. So here you can also change your port if you want. By default Redis port is running on 6379, and here you can see all the configuration which is which you can modify. But for the timing we are only need this required path and the bind server configuration need to be added. So if I show you, so we have to find that line. Let's go just below and below that. So that must be in the security group. So we have, yeah, here you go, the required path. Now just you have to edit this, and you have to change the default password to your own password. So I will write my YouTube channel name, code with me, and we have to just save this, write and quit. Now we have to just, you can also change this like if you want to bind your production IP with it, then you can also do it. I'm just leaving this for this video. You can try this as well. And now we have to just restart our service Redis instance, Redis server. So it is restarted, and just check if it is working or not with this Redis CLI ping. So here you can see that authentication is required because we have set authentication password. So what we can do is we can see like this -a and your password, and that's then ping. So how can do this? Redis -CLI -a, your password is what we have set, code with me, and ping. So using a password with dash you can command line interface may not be safe. Okay, so just a warning message, ignore this. So we have received pong, so it means it is working fine. So now just come to code editor here we have to set our IP. So one more thing, like if you are setting a EC2 instance, so this is your public IP. It is required that you can set a a static IP with any of your instance, because this public IP can be changed when your instance is down. So it is required you can link a static IP, which is very simple. You can just follow how to link static IP to EC2. So here you can see it is very simple, and you can follow these steps. And for this video, we are not doing that because it is not required for us. And just mention your Redis server, which is this, and Redis port, which is by default 6379, and Redis auth is stored with me. And if now we if now what we have done is we have set up this three environment variable, and now come to this, we have a Redis config file, which is doing nothing but we have a IO Redis names package, which I've already explained you that we have need this package to connect the Redis server to our Express application. And I have created a class named Redis client, which is doing nothing but it is using using constructor to and passing these three values and creating a new Redis client, right? If we get a successful connection, that it will display like connected to Redis server, otherwise we will get an error. And by default it is returning this get client to so that user can use this client function. So it is very kind of similar to it is all things is mentioned and explained in IO Redis package, npm package. So it is very simple. You can use this class function, and it is a one-time function. You can return the right in config file, and then you can return this as like this. Okay, so I am just exporting this Redis keys value from environment variable and just passing it here and exporting that module so that it can be used everywhere. So now what we have to do is we just not need this, because this things is written for the previous video where we are using Redis server from Docker container. Okay, so now we are using a IP EC2 instance for Redis container. We don't need this. We just have to import our package required, and then we have to import our Redis package. Now we have to just start our server. Now check. So /user/route is not defined. Let's ignore this and save this. Okay, so MongoDB connection is not required. Okay, 1 second. Okay, let's save this. Yeah, service is running on port 300 and database connected. Now see if Redis is connected or not. Okay, so Redis is not connected. Let's see. Connection timeout. Okay, so one thing we have missed, like by default Redis instance is binded to local machine, so it can only be only be accessible to local machine. So we have to comment that bind line here. If I go 1 second, let's find out where it is written. For timing, I'm just pausing this video until I find that line. So here we go. I just find that line here. You just have to comment it down, because it is by default allowing only local IPs, local machine, which is 127.0.0.1 local host machine. You just write it find 1 second. Okay, now it is commented. Now just save this file, write and quit, and just restart the Redis container server and just check if we can. Yeah, now we're getting. Now just check if it is now connecting or not. Let's check. Server running on port 300, database connected. Just wait and see. Okay. So what is the issue? So the thing is like I just figured it out. Like for this Redis server instance, we have not allowing any traffic to connect to our instance. So for that, what we have to do is we have to just go to networking, and one second. No, we have to go to security group which is aligned to our Redis server, and then click edit inbound rule, and just allow all TCP and all UDP to anywhere. Like custom, you can type this. Like if we delete this and write it for you once again, like just all TCP custom and all UDP ports, so that it can allow traffic from your local machine to this instance. Now if I go to and save once again, now connected to Redis server. Now our Redis server is connected. Now you can use this Redis client and import this into any package, any controller. Like if I do so, like Redis client equal to require config and Redis client. Now you can use this Redis client to perform any operation in Redis. So that's how you can do this. I will you can see this code in my repo. I will mention the link in the description, and you can use this class function and create a Redis class for this and connect to your Redis instance for production server. That's all for this video. I hope you like this video, and if you like this, please mention in the comment section. And if you want any other video on specific topic, that also you can mention. Till then, take care. Bye guys.